What's up, you gear sluts? So today we're going to be putting in these pickups. Basically, you know, this video series is about pimping out my Agile, which I hope other people are doing too, because they start out pretty cool, but you know, they can get a whole lot cooler by throwing on some Inlays. And I was butting heads of the EMGs. I know a lot of dudes are super happy with those, and that's great, but they just really aren't for me. So we're going to be throwing in these Seymour Duncan blackouts. Now, I certainly understand this and don't think that I don't. If you had the 707s and you're going to blackouts, all you needed to do was pull the jumpers off the back of the pickups and throw in the blackouts. And what I mean by that is EMGs have a jumper system on the back of the pickup that'll look very similar to this blackout one. You can see right here there's like a boot, and basically what's going to happen is all you have to do is pull a cable off the back of the pickup and swap out whatever other active pickup that fits that. And the Seymour Duncan blackout was a direct replacement for the 707. So what that means is you would very simply unscrew the pickups from the body of the guitar. There's no bezels or anything. It's like a spring-loaded bezel like a regular passive pickup is. You're just unscrewing them, pulling through some lead wire through the cavity of the guitar, pulling the cable off the back of the jumper on the pickup, throwing on the blackout, screwing it back in, and you're done. In my case, I was selling my 707s on eBay before I even got the blackouts, so I pulled off all the active electronic stuff to include in my eBay auction. So I'm going to be doing this from scratch, and if you're replacing passive pickups, this will still be a good video to reference because it's basically the exact same procedure, except we're going to have this jumper system on the back of the pickups, and again, we won't have these spring-loaded bezels that are usually in all passive pickups. So basically, if you're starting from scratch, let's say maybe you had your guitar routed and you wanted to put in some active pickups in your 7-string, which you would get from Seymour Duncan, or if you're doing an EMG set on a regular 6-string guitar, it's going to be the same idea. You're going to get the active pickups themselves, of course, and then you're also going to get this little kit that comes with all the components that you're going to need to go active. And what I mean by that is, to handle electronically charged circuitry, you need to change out your 1/4-inch jack to actually plug the guitar into. Both potentiometers need to be able to handle an active circuit. There's going to be current running through here. There's a 9-volt current. Some guys do a modification to actually run their pickups at 18 volts, so it requires 2 9-volt batteries, and some guys are really happy with having that added charge. And then there's also something called an afterburner. That's like a 20 decibel boost that's available from EMG. It's both like a switch, like a potentiometer push-pull, and also as a like a mini toggle. You could do something like that. Alexi Lyle uses one, Kerry King has one. You know, you can screw around with all that stuff too, and you know, it just further customizes your guitar and kind of expands your options. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, just very simply, I'm going to take these pickups out of the plastic, screw them into the body of the guitar. We're going to go ahead and I'll show you how to screw in these potentiometers. Just very simply, you know, this of course is your volume, this of course is your tone. And what's going to happen is there's just a nut on either side of this. We're going to screw those in from the back of the control cavity and the guitar, lock those into place, and we'll get all set up to solder the components together. Basically, this is a very simple job, and the only thing that might kind of freak you out is, of course, the actual soldering itself with a soldering iron. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the rough stuff into place, and we'll get all to the point where you would start to solder, and just run you over what we did. Okay, so first of all, unlike the 707s, the blackouts are actually divided into neck and bridge pickups. It looks like in my viewfinder, like this video isn't coming out at all for some reason, but yeah, do make sure that you separate, you know, the neck and the bridge, which are designated by an N and a B. And then what we did was we went ahead and ran these jumper cables through. Basically, you just got one route that goes through this cavity into this rear cavity, and then there's one hole that goes back into the control cavity. So we pulled both wires through here into our totally empty cavity. And I seriously hope I'm the only person on Earth that is stupid enough to completely redo everything just for the sake of being able to sell their pickups like 2 days sooner. If you have the choice, don't do this. This is retarded. Just, you know, hang on to your 707s until you get your blackouts, put in the blackouts, and then sell the brand new components from Seymour Duncan with your EMG set. But if you just felt like shooting a video anyway and you're me, here's where we're at. So now we're ready to go ahead and put the pickups into the body itself. We're just going to clip this jumper right onto this pickup, screw the pickup into the body, and then we'll be ready to solder. Okay guys, this is why Guitar Gear 1 exists. Here's the deal. The blackout is a direct replacement for the EMG 707, okay? Now when you look at them face on, they look like the exact same pickup. I mean, they look exactly the same. But for some reason, it seems like the Duncan base is just a little bit wider. And check this out. I don't understand this at all, man. These absolutely do not fit into this cavity. I have been screwing around with this for like 20 minutes and I'm ready to go out of my mind. You can see, that sits right the fuck on the cavity. They're not going in. There's no way. It's so close though. I'm talking like you can get them to fall in on either side, but no matter which way you twist and turn it, I mean, I tried pounding these in. I mean, I got some pretty good gouge marks on the side of these now. These do not fit, man. They just don't. And just so you don't think I'm crazy, here's a 707. Boom, right in. I don't know what to tell you, man. I talked to Keith Murrow, who replaced his 707s with blackouts with absolutely no trouble. We both have a black Interceptor Pro from Agile. I don't know, man. You know, it's just one of these deals. So I'm gonna, I guess, get some sandpaper out and try to just get a little bit of clearance. And that isn't just the neck pickup either. It's the same deal with the bridge. They just aren't fucking going in, man. So, yeah. Just so you guys are aware that it might not be as sweet a deal as you thought. And I called Seymour Duncan. I actually waited forever to get a guy on the phone. He's never replaced a set of 707s with the blackouts. He said there's nobody there that has, and he told me there's supposed to be a direct replacement. He doesn't know what else to tell me, but for whatever fucking reason, dude, these are not the exact same size as a 707. Just so you guys are aware of it, I guess I'm gonna bust out some tools and try to get something to work out here, and I'll let you guys know what I come up with. So here we are, next day, post pickups don't fit freak out. Basically, I decided to try the sanding thing, and I'm telling you, man, like the pickup problem is so close it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm literally describing it as like the eyelash of a mouse. Like, that's the difference between these things going in and not. It's so close, it's just asinine. So I'm just going to go ahead, pull the wiring back out. I just ran the jumpers through the cavity. Pull these. I got some, what was it, 220 grit sandpaper. It was the highest grit they had at Lowe's, the black stuff here. So I just went ahead and folded it into a nice little usable piece. I'm just going to go ahead through and just kind of widen these cavities just a little bit on either side and just see if we can't get these pickups to just snug right on in. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, pull these wires back out, sand it down, see if we can't trap in the pickups, and then hopefully we'll be able to continue forward as planned. Okay, so after playing around a little bit, just taking some grit off of all sides of the cavity, we ended up with the snuggest fit I've ever seen. I mean, they will go in. They're never coming out again, though. You know what I mean? I'm going to pound it the fuck in there. I mean, it's going to have a real good press to the side of the body, so we should actually get a lot of resonance out of it. But I'm just going to go ahead and do the other one like that too, and then we'll come back